This review contains spoilers.
Hi, my name is Stereo Mike.
Yeah, we got 3 tickets to the Brand Van concert.
Okay,
We
are live.
We're live.
We're live.
What a baby.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna turn you up.
Turn me up, please.
Turn you up, baby.
Please.
Keep speaking.
Keep spiking. How's this?
That's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
I need it loud.
Loud and proud. All right. Hello, Jed.
What's up, Noah?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing great, buddy.
It's not like we just totally did a show earlier tonight and we just
That's right.
showed up
Yeah.
to your place with a couple brewskis.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
They're our sponsor.
They're sponsor. Yeah, Yingling. Is that it? Yeah. Yingling.
We're gonna have to bleep that in post.
Yeah.
We did
Yingling,
not sponsor this.
Yingling did not officially sanction this recording sesh.
They sponsored me though.
They sponsored him. I'm going to turn you up just a little bit more.
God damn it.
I know. The podcasting woes. That should be okay, I think. All right. So, we're here.
I'm so ready.
We're going to talk about I guess I should how do podcasts work again?
I've been
Usually-
waiting for this, dude. This is gonna be so fun.
Usually you introduce what the show is, right? Isn't that right?
Yes, let's do that. Yeah.
So this is our show, Nothing in Moderation.
First episode.
Episode 1. This is a movie discussion show, much like your half in the bags and whatnot.
We are not Red Letter Media.
We are
Please
not.
don't sue us.
Nowhere near Red Letter Media. Shout out to those
all the other movie podcasts that are out there.
podcasts that are out there. Who would you say is your all-time favorite like movie review people? Like what
Critic?
shows do
Movie
you?
critic?
Yeah, like what shows do you go to? What people do you go to?
It's funny. I watched the classic Siskel and Ebert.
Siskel and
When
Ebert's
they do
great.
it. Yeah, that's fun.
That's a great show.
The way they dissect movies is very good.
I love it when Roger was like, "Well, I just watched this movie. I really had a great time with it.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
such a wonderful film."
Yeah.
Then Siskel would be like, "I fucking hate it.
I hate it.
Fucking hate this shit."
I think the best is when they agree that a movie is so terrible and they would just eviscerate
I just
it.
thought this movie was downright awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
beautiful.
Ebert was the man.
R.I.P. to both.
Yeah, man.
They're great. Rest in peace. We're doing this one for them.
Mark Kermode is another one I like going to sometimes.
Yeah.
He's you don't know him, do you?
I don't.
He's a British guy. He's like, I quite like this film. It's a great film.
Okay.
No,
Is he one of those that does like the voiceover and you never see his face, or
no, he's on like BBC One.
Oh, he's actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's big-
okay.
he's
He's,
big
not
fish.
a YouTuber.
No,
This
he's big
guy's
fish.
legit. Okay.
Guy's legit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I think the last thing I heard him talk about was like a Gus Van Sant movie. It was the one about, it's not Kurt Cobain, but it's like the Kurt Cobain analog. Something Days. I forgot what. Final Days, something like that. Not Strange Days.
This is riveting material.
Not Strange Days with Ray Fiennes.
It was
and,
my own private Idaho.
and he's like, I just found this movie quite awful. He just walked around in the woods. He did nothing. He did nothing.
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 Damn.
Well,
Well, we're not going to be doing that movie.
No. But Red Letter Media, I mean, they're great over there.
Very good.
Big Rich Evans fan. He's got a great laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so we just felt like doing this as a fun little thing. There's a lot of old cinema that I want to catch up on, and thought this would be a great way to go ahead and scratch some of those old movies that I have yet to see off the list.
And I don't really watch new movies, so this would be a
Yes.
good way for me to watch new ones.
Yeah, so you're gonna watch Tron Legacy and you're gonna love it.
I sure hope so.
You're gonna be like, this is, where has this movie been all my life?
Yes, sir. I think I will.
That's right.
Should we introduce the first movie?
Yes.
I think it's very fitting. Honestly.
I think it is a great first episode because we're going to be talking about a movie that I think you and I don't see 100% eye to eye on, and that's Gladiator. Let me pull up my notes here. Give it a little bit more structure. So today we're going to be discussing Gladiator. Released in the year 2000, it was directed by Ridley Scott, director of such classics as Blade Runner and Alien. I think those are the only other two movies I've seen of his. Maybe Black Hawk Down.
Yep, Black Hawk Down.
Black Hawk
That's
Down,
another one. Yeah.
with
Robin Hood. Robin Hood. 2010.
I have not seen that.
I haven't either. Never mind.
There was another Robin Hood movie. It was Kevin Costner, right?
Prince of Thieves. That's
Prince
a great
of
one.
Thieves. That's right.
That's another episode.
That's Morgan Freeman, I believe.
Yeah.
You need help opening that?
I'm fine. You keep going.
With a screenplay penned by David Franzoni.
It was 3 people.
Yeah, David Franzoni, John Logan, and William Nicholson.
Crazy. We'll get to that story later.
I actually don't. You know what? For future episodes, I'm going to do more research on the movie.
But that's why I'm here.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
That's why we compliment each other.
That
so
knows
well.
everything. Got it. I don't have to do any work. less I have to worry about. The film stars Russell Crowe, Joaquin Phoenix, Connie Nielsen, Richard Harris, the GOAT, Jimon Hansu, Oliver Reed, Derek Jacobi, and David Schofield, who I realized was in the last 2, or not the last 2, but he was in 2 of the Pirates of the Caribbean films.
Really?
Yeah.
Who'd he play?
He was what the fuck was his name? He was Beckett's like little Weasley assassin guy.
Ah, very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Shout out to those last 2 Gore Verbinski Pirates movies. They're
Well.
actually- I dig them. I
We're
honestly
going to go off and review some other movies.
dude, I honestly dig them.
Okay.
That might be for a different day.
For a different episode. Yeah.
But let's not hate on those. They're fun.
Okay, I won't.
I mean, obviously the first one's okay. Well, we're gonna the first one's
Another
the best,
tangent.
but
This actually is a Pirates of the Caribbean
this is
episode.
secretly a review for Pirates of the Caribbean: Curse of the Black Pearl.
Yeah. No,
Fantastic.
so I want to hear your. We don't see eye to eye because I think this is quintessential. I think this is a very good movie. I think it's a great movie. Honestly,
Okay.
I think it's a masterpiece.
Okay.
You don't.
Okay. you you want to know my thoughts?
I would love to hear this.
I think that I understand why people like it.
Mm.
I think for me, the characters and the plot are very thin.
Interesting.
And I think I have a hard time watching this movie and being interested in the characters and what they have going on. I think that the acting's good. The acting is, I would say, at times great. I think the production value is fucking off the charts, insane. That is something that, like, no doubt, this movie has insane just production all across the board.
Yes.
Like, the scale of everything is immense. The fact that they were able to recreate like ancient Rome is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I have a hard time connecting with the people in the story.
And I'll say this, I agree with you that I think the script and the plot, I mean, Ridley Scott is known for having simple stories, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't go out of his way to make which is, fine.
Right. I think about like Blade Runner, which on the surface is a very straightforward film when you think about it.
A lot of nuance though.
The subtext is a lot more complicated than the actual text
Agreed.
itself.
And along those lines, I think the reason, and this goes back to the point that we made about the 3 writers. So the story behind that, that when they started shooting it, they did not have a finished script. They literally made that movie as it was going.
That makes a lot of sense,
dude. They had the first name. What was it? David something.
David Franzoni.
I think he did the first draft, and that was. And then John Logan was second, right? Mm-hmm. John Logan came in and rewrote a bunch of stuff. And then the last one,
William Nicholson.
Yes.
Okay.
He was the one that kind of
put it all together. That's usually what happens when there's multiple screenwriters.
Right. And you can imagine,
that makes sense.
It's insane to me how Hollywood works like that, because it's $100 million budget movie.
Yeah.
And you don't even have, like, all they heard was ancient Rome, Gladiators. Okay, let's do it. And I think you think about this. I mean, when was the last time a sword and sandal movie had come out and had been successful?
That's true.
Not since, Ben-Hur, and then the 60s it had kind of died out. And so, this movie kind of reinvigorated like historical epics, because after that we got Troy.
Forgetting about Jason and the Argonauts.
Jason and the Argonaut. Yeah, that's another one.
A movie I have not seen, but I know of.
But you got to credit Gladiator with kind of reinvigorating the historical epic. And a lot of credit to Ridley Scott for that.
I love the genre, and I think that can we talk about Gladiator 2 real quick?
No, I want to save that till the end of end of it, because have you seen it?
I've seen parts of it.
Okay, we'll get to that later, because I don't want to get mad. But
we'll save it.
But and it's so what you say about the script, I think I mentioned this to you, that this is one of the few movies where the acting elevates the dialogue, because
I would agree with that.
You give a line like, I am Maximus Decimus Meridius, father to a murdered son, husband to it. Like, you give that to most other actors, it's going to sound cheap, because it is cheesy. Yeah. I mean, nobody talks like that. It's pretty.
Right. Yeah.
But you give that to like Schwarzenegger, and it's going to be like, father to a mother, son, husband, and it just becomes this.
My name is Maximus.
Yeah, and it doesn't work. And I think huge credit to Russell Crowe, who rightly won the Oscar for that.
He's very good.
He carries the movie so much.
Yeah.
And
I like him more in the quiet moments.
Yes,
in this movie,
he delivers it very well. He has this great presence.
If we can go to my notes real quick,
go ahead.
There's a couple lines I wrote down for various reasons. And the first line I wrote down was, "So much for the glory of Rome." Great line.
Yes,
I really dig that line. And the person saying that line, Richard Harris. I'm going to go into my Richard Harris tangent.
Before we do that,
all right.
because I love, and I'm right with you there.
Yeah.
Excuse me, this young wing is getting to me.
Oh man,
I love it.
The brewski.
Now, and one thing, so back to that line that Maximus Decimus did when he does that whole monologue.
Yeah,
Russell Crowe did not want to say that line. There's a story about, he went up to one of the writers on set, I think it was John Logan, and was like, "Your script is garbage." This is a verbatim. He was like, "Your script is garbage.
Your script's fucking garbage."
Yeah, but I'm the greatest actor. He literally said, "I'm the greatest actor in the world, and I can make even garbage sound good."
That's fucking badass, dude.
And just credit, he did.
Yeah.
So it's like, he turned that script into gold. Yeah. And I think some of the lines they made up along the way, like when Joaquin does the "Am I not merciful?"
Yeah,
improvise. That actually was not in the script, and he did it that way, and it works beautifully. That's just an example of working within the confines of what you have.
Yeah,
and just
that's true.
With it.
I think that there are a lot of movies out there where like the script is not great, but the acting's so good. I think our friend Derek mentioned that he thinks that Tombstone script is bad, but the actors are what elevate that. And I would
agree.
I would disagree. I love the line.
Different episode.
That is a different episode, but like it's a very similar sort of situation where you could have like the worst script in the world, and you could have like amazing actors that just make the material better. It heightens the material somehow.
But also, I mean, you give a bad script to good actors, and it turned out bad. And I mean, how many movies can you say had no, a script like that going, almost no script going into it, and winning Best Picture?
Yeah,
I mean,
it did win.
It's a real anomaly like that.
Yeah.
So that's definitely an exception to the rule. So that's a credit to the.
I'd have to talk to the Academy about that, though. I have to be like, okay, guys. So actually, I want to look that up on the fly real quick.
Yeah.
What were the Best Picture nominees in 2000?
Aaron Brockovich was one. That wasn't going to stand up to. But
2000 Best Picture nominee.
I don't know. I think that movie. You look at most other movies in 2000. I think most of them are going to.
2001. I'm going to have to go 2001.
I think most of them just don't hold up. I feel Gladiator has that timeless feeling.
Fucking Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon should have won. You fucking kidding me? I fucking love that movie, dude.
Great movie, but I don't think so. I don't think so.
They fly in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I think that's
no flying.
I think that puts it like a hair above.
Yeah.
Gladiator.
Now, as for the supporting cast, I think
they're great.
Like you said,
yeah.
Richard Harris, incredible. Oliver Reed, his last movie. He died.
Oh, yeah.
He died, and the story behind that.
His eyebrows are amazing in this movie.
Eyebrows are amazing.
Yeah.
That scene with him and Russell Crowe, and he's like, "Have you ever heard the roar of the crowds, Banyan?" Like that is, it's sad because it's his magnum opus, and you wonder if he hadn't died, like what if he would have had a career resurgence, because he was huge in the 60s, and 70s, and he was, I'm not going to say gone too soon, because he probably should have died sooner than that. Because do you know how he died?
No,
they were in, I think they were in Greece, and he was known for being a hellraiser. He was a notorious drinker, and he went into a bar. He drank like 8 pints of beer.
Oh man,
3 shots of whiskey, and like had an arm wrestling match with a bunch of sailors.
Wow.
And he had a heart attack.
That dude was hardcore.
After that, dude, He's the man. Him and Richard Harris are kind of one of those old 60s British actors that were real.
We were talking about
razors.
Richard Harris and Peter O'Toole the other day.
Yes. And Peter O'Toole is in the same vein. And Peter O'Toole was in Troy and kind of played that kind of older character that kind of the same as Richard Harris does in this movie. And I want to hear your thoughts about Richard Harris because he's one of my favorites.
Fucking excellent in this movie. Okay. Hot take. I think the movie should have been about him. Because he's
Marcus Aurelius.
By far the most interesting character in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's the one character who has a dilemma that I could like imagine myself being in. Because he has to figure out what he's going to do with his empire when he's gone, because he knows he's about to.
You can relate to that.
Well, I don't know. It's just like I don't know why I relate to older characters who are close to death and they're trying to figure out like what to do with the time that they have left. Mm-hmm. And I think that there's something about that kind of story that really speaks to me. Mm-hmm. I think the A plot with Maximus and his journey through the Gladiator rings, it just falls a little flat for me. And I don't think that, I mean, none of it's like executed poorly. It's just, I don't know. It's like, I
do you think it's because you don't have a wife and kid? Because I think about this and it's like,
that's a great scene though. When he shows back up to his house, that's a great scene. And I think that,
and I wonder, like, if I had, because I'm not married and I don't have kids, but if I did, I bet that scene would hit hard because you can feel like, oh my God, like, imagine if that happened.
Yeah, I think I do like that line where Marcus asks him for Rome's general, like, what can I offer you? And he says, let me go home. I do like that. I think that there's nuggets in this movie where I'm like, I like this, but none of it comes fully together for me.
Yeah, well, and Marcus Aurelius was one of the last, of the 5 good emperors for Rome.
Yeah.
And after that, it all went down. So, and I think there's I haven't read it. I think there's a book about that was written by Marcus Aurelius, and some of the lines made it into the movie.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, because I think when Commodus, before he stabs him, in the final scene and Maximus goes like, a wise man once told me, death smiles at us all we can do is smile back. I'm pretty sure that was a line that Marcus Aurelius actually said in real life, and they just used that in the movie. Yeah, and it fits because Marcus Aurelius is in the movie, and Maximus knows him. So, yeah, I agree. I think Richard Harris is one of the highlights, along with Oliver Reed. Yeah, and it's funny because, like that story about Oliver Reed dying, he died during production.
Oh shit!
3 weeks before the movie was going to wrap.
Wow!
And they shot it chronologically. So,
okay.
I don't know if you've noticed this. I don't want to.
There's a point where he doesn't show up anymore.
There's a point where he's CGI.
What?
Did you know that?
No.
And I was wondering, and I was
because
like
a fully CG double.
Yes, this goes back to like how this movie ever got finished and got this far is just an anomaly because it's the scene where Oliver Reed goes to free Maximus when the people are coming to get him, and Russell Crowe goes like, Proximo, are you in danger of becoming a good man? And then he does that and leaves. It was because they didn't have dialogue because it wasn't there. That's a CGI double that does that. And then when they go to kill him, and he does that shadows and dust, which is a callback to that earlier scene when he yells at Maximus, but shadows and dust, Maximus.
Yeah.
At the end, apparently that they just inserted that in but he just whispered it. He's like, shadows and dust, and it works perfectly.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't know that, you wouldn't have known the difference. And you didn't, I guess.
I did not. No, I did not notice.
And it's a credit to Ridley Scott to be able to work that in. And it worked because originally it was Proximo at the very end that was going to bury those figurines in the Coliseum.
I think that I like the choice of it being Jumon Hansu.
And I think it worked perfectly for
especially with the conversation.
And it goes with the callback. Yeah. And I think it worked perfectly for the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I think there's that scene where he's speaking to
Yeah.
But there's that scene where he's talking to Commodus. I mean, it's over 20 years old. I mean, come on.
If you haven't seen this movie,
if you haven't seen this movie,
what
like, come on. There's that scene where he's talking to him and he's like, you are a false son. I failed you. And like all that. And there's a part where like Commodus is like, he's like his anger and is like, it's just like spilling out of him.
You kind of sympathize with him for a minute.
But the part that got me in that scene was Richard Harris. He does this like almost like he like inhales very quickly and he's like, oh, my son, like I totally just like failed you.
Yeah.
It's a perfect like example of an actor not saying anything but saying everything at the same time.
Yes.
And I loved that. I was like, shout out to Richard Harris. He was perfect. Fucking excellent.
Okay. Now, but so besides the plot and the character, now, was there a character that you felt wasn't? So it was only Marcus Aurelius that you felt was a character that was fully.
I think he was by far my favorite character in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I can see where you're coming from. Because there's not a really whole lot of like a journey, like a character redemption arc from anybody.
There's a lot of flat arcs.
A lot of flat arcs
in this movie. There's not a character who necessarily goes through I think they tried to do something with Maximus where he kind of loses faith in the empire and everything, and like the system is set up against him to fail. Mm-hmm. And I think there was something there, but I think ultimately it just didn't really come across like it was a full arc for him.
Interesting. And
now I do love the scene where he's healing the brand off his arm. I think that's a really great moment of like showing the audience like he's got nothing.
He's a slave now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really dug that scene because I think what I liked about that scene the most is just Russell Crowe's just acting with his face, where he like, because they could have very easily. Oh, what was the line that Jimon Hansu's character said to him, where he's like, why do you have that brand on you or something like that? I forgot what the line was. And Russell Crowe just looks at him and he just kind of like smirks at him, and he goes back to peeling back the brand off him. I was like, that's a great scene.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, like, as far as like, I like Cicero more than Maximus.
Cicero's a great character.
Cicero's awesome.
The actor, I think his name's Tommy Flanagan. That's a real scar, by the way. That's
I figured.
Yeah. Yeah. The guy really, I think they call it Glasgow smile when it's like, like that. He got in a bar fight. So got on it. But Cicero is the man of that movie.
I like characters that are just loyal.
Yes.
And they're like, I will die for you.
Yes.
I dig characters like that a lot.
Well, in a way, and I mean, that is Maximus in a way, because he's like, I serve the true Marcus Aurelius.
That's true.
I think he never gives up on the idea of Rome, of what it could be. And that's a part of his motivation, I think, to the end.
I think so. I actually wrote down what my read of like the main theme of the movie was.
Okay.
And I said, it's clear to me that the overall theme of the film is legacy is not tied down to blood. A specific legacy can be spread to other people if those people are willing to accept it. And I think that in Maximus's case, is he willing to accept the legacy of Marcus Aurelius? And in the wider scope of the film, I think, is Rome willing to accept Marcus Aurelius's legacy as well via Maximus? So I did appreciate that being a central theme. I think just the vehicle for everything coming together just didn't necessarily click.
Yeah.
So
that's good. It's yeah. And it's interesting because this was required viewing when I was growing up, right? My dad loves this movie. It's probably my dad's favorite movie. And I think I asked my dad recently, because this was coming up, and I asked him why he loved it so much. And I will say, I think this is a man's movie, right? This is a quintessential man movie.
I asked him, not to completely
go ahead
hijack the conversation, but I asked my mom, I was like, I just don't understand this movie. And she was like, yeah, I don't really get it either. And so, that kind of speaks to what you're saying.
Yeah. And it's just because, And I think he was saying because it's like every man wants to be the hero in their story.
That's true. Yeah.
And everybody wants to be like a guy like Maximus who has honor and virtue and, you know, stands up for what he believes in.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one reason it stands the test of time is because he's a character that we can all get behind.
I think if you're jacked on testosterone,
yes,
I think this is a great movie for you.
And I am
all the time, constantly. And that's why I love superheroes, because it's very much in that same vein of like, these are people that I aspire to be. And so I totally understand what you're saying.
Agreed. Now let's get to another thing. What did you think of the cinematography, Mr. Stevens?
I thought it was just kind of fine.
Interesting.
Overall, I think it's there was no shot in the movie that made me go, oh, like this demands my attention.
Really?
I think so. I mean, there's certain shots where it's like there's, you know, the full wide shot of like the Colosseum and such. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. And I think that's more of a testament to the production design than I would say the cinematography.
I think. Can I tell you mine? Go ahead. When he's about to fight the undefeated Gladiator, and it's right after the Shadows and Destiny walks through, and it follows him into the Colosseum, and the roar gets louder and louder. Yeah,
that's pretty.
Need to be closer to the mic, and it just, you hear the Maximus, and it's just, oh my god, I love that. It's a perfect blend of that. And now the opening, and you talk about the opening scene, which we haven't even covered. That's a great cinematography. I
will disagree.
Go ahead.
So my biggest problem is when the action starts in that scene.
It does go a little shaky cam, doesn't it? Yeah.
Like I agree with that. I don't like I can't.
They went Jason Bourne.
Yeah, they went. And I like the Paul Greengrass style of action in those Jason Bourne movies, because I feel like it fits that director's style fits better for him than it does for like a full scale battle.
Yeah.
And there were parts during that battle where I was like, dude, I feel like I'm about to fucking throw up. Like, this is bad. And I guess I have some notes on that. There's a lot of slow motion with where they shot the movie without using high speed cameras.
Oh, it's the blur.
Yes,
it's
and
a classic 90s 2000s.
I hate that.
Yeah.
They're not exactly the opening scene, but a little after that, there was a line that Russell Crowe delivered that I kind of snickered at, where he's like, "The frost sometimes it makes the blades stick," and I was like, "Oh man, it's kind of clunky." I mean, I don't know about that one. Killed by a thrown sword seems a bit far fetched in such a gritty world, is what I put down. I was like, I don't know. This isn't Rambo.
He does go for Rambo.
It does. He kind of does.
Yeah. I think it establishes his character really well.
I mean, he's very. I guess he's just that good.
He's badass.
He's that guy.
Yeah.
I also I mentioned in my notes that I forgot how over the top the violence in this movie was too. There's a lot of
when he decapitates the guy.
Yeah, it's very it's well, and I'm thinking of towards the end where that one lady gets sliced in half by the fucking chariot.
Oh yeah,
it's
that part's
it's very. I was like, this is very amusing.
Yeah. That might be my favorite set piece of the.
Yeah, I think
in the Coliseum.
I think the action gets a little better.
Yeah,
as the movie.
It doesn't go with shaky cam during that part. No,
not for the Gladiator scenes. Good point. So, I don't know. I don't know. It just there was no shot in the movie that made me go, oh wow.
Okay.
So I don't know. I wanted to try and get into some of the like the other characters like Commodus and his sister. Because I think Joaquin Phoenix is excellent in this movie. And he's excellent in basically everything I've seen of his. And
this was kind of his breakthrough role.
Yeah.
Nominated, Oscar nominated.
There you go. Yeah. Obviously brother of River Phoenix.
R.I.P.
And I don't know. I don't find Commodus to be that interesting of a villain. I think he's most interesting when his dad was alive, and the conflict between the two of them, I felt like made Commodus more interesting until Marcus's death.
Do you think the conflict between him and his sister make up for that at all?
You know, before I watched the movie the first time, I knew about the whole like incest angle with him and his sister, and obviously like she's not reciprocating. So it's not as weird. I think it's an interesting angle, and you know, it was ancient Rome. It was weird all around in terms of sexuality and stuff like that. So, not that there's anything wrong with that, but
we should say the historical accuracy of this movie is not. It's very much entertainment.
It's not Lincoln.
No,
no.
I think Commodus was strangled in a bathtub. That's how he actually died. Which probably would not have made for as good a movie. You never know.
Maybe if you
handed
it to like a more art house sort of filmmaker, because I wouldn't consider Ridley Scott like an art house filmmaker.
Yeah.
Maybe if you handed it off to like a Lars von Trier, or something like that, maybe they would have done something like that. It would be interesting to see what this movie could have been in the hands of a different director in that point in time. Trying to think of who would take on like a bit like a project of that scale back then, because I mean, say what you will about Ridley Scott and like his later pieces of his filmography.
Napoleon,
I feel like he's gotten a little worse.
He's lost touch. God bless you, Ridley. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you for two really great movies in Blade Runner and Alien, but
and Gladiator
and Gladiator, just certain people. But what were we talking about? Commodus and
you were
sister.
You were talking about
I don't know. I think the introduction with him and his sister kind of leads you to think that maybe she is being a little what's the word I used? Like maybe she is like reciprocating the flirtiness of the relationship between the two of them. And
how so?
I don't know. There's something about it. Like, I think it's like her body language was kind of make me think like, oh, maybe she's not as weirded out by it. And then, but as the movie goes on, you start to see that she is bothered by it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It could be just sibling affection.
It could be.
Maybe it just turns out
maybe she misread it and was like, and was like, oh, never mind.
Actually, he's trying to fuck me. Oliver Reed.
He's great though. I think that he might be the only other character in the movie that I'm like, you're interesting enough to,
because he did have a character arc. He went from being this guy that's like, and
I used to be a gladiator.
Yes, yeah, and then because he met, he talks about meeting Marcus Aurelius and being, I didn't meet him. He touched me on the shoulder.
You did not meet Marcus Aurelius.
And then he frees Maximus, and then that's a good.
That is, he's probably the one character in the movie who has a full character arc.
Yeah.
But
no, I ask you, I don't know if this movie would have been like, it's great, but would have been better if there was a character arc? You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's just for
what kind of character?
I think it's personal preference. I think for me, a great movie is defined by its characters, and I'm not.
I agree.
I'm not somebody who really thinks that plot drives story. I think characters drive story, because you can have, I don't know, I feel like the characters mold the plot, whereas
Jaws is a great example.
Exactly. And I think all the great stories of any medium, characters come first, and the plot's more about, are the obstacles that the characters have to face.
Yeah.
Is how I see it.
Yeah.
And so, not saying that this movie is plot over character, because I feel like it is a character over plot sort of story. I just feel like the movie, for me, at the very least, it feels like it's kind of coasting along until the end, where I feel like the obstacles that the characters have to face as the movie goes along are obstacles that are not presented to them because of the character's choices, but it's because of things outside of their choices.
Can you give an example?
Well, I feel like for me, seeing Maximus in the situations where he's having to fight the other fighters, and on paper it's cool, and I think that it makes for great action, but I feel like for me personally, I would like for Maximus to have a little bit more choice. He's a very passive protagonist, I think.
Choice in terms of what?
I don't know. Because I feel like once he gets captured and once he's made a slave, there's not much opportunity for him to really showcase like who he. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the right way to put it.
Because it's. You think about who he is. He's a general. He's a leader of men.
Right.
And then once he gets in the Colosseum, what does he do? He leads the men. And
that's true.
It never leaves him, and they get behind him because he knows what he's talking.
He does find a new sort of army, if you will.
And yes, exactly. That's a great way to put it. And they get behind him 100% because he just that's what he is. That's who he is.
Yeah, I think for me, it's just there's something about the way the script is structured where it never grabbed me.
Okay,
like nothing. The very beginning with Marcus and Maximus and all that, I was kind of in, because I was like, we have the character in Marcus Aurelius, who he feels like the one character that has the most choices to make, and I feel like that's where the interesting parts of the movie come from me, because you think about like, well, he could give the empire to his son, which is what would traditionally happen, but he's going to hand it off to Maximus instead because he feels as if Maximus is the best person for the job, and he wants to give the empire back to the people as opposed to keeping it within the confines of the dynasty, if you will, or something like that. So, and that's where I latched on to the movie, and then once the movie goes further on, it just kept losing me.
Do you prefer like the politics of Rome? Do you prefer that side of it?
I would say so. Yeah,
that part. I think you're right. I think there's the politics of Rome have always fascinated me. How often do you think about the Roman Empire while we're on this?
I mean, not as often as maybe you do, but
I don't really think about it.
You don't
think
about it often. Okay.
I wish I was on a Roman Empire.
We're always thinking about Gladiator, so you're probably thinking about it by proxy of Gladiator.
Maybe. I mean, like when Commodus enters Rome for the first time, and it, the scene I'm talking about when he enter, like you think about the grandeur and all that.
Yeah,
you wonder, and I don't know. You bring up a lot of good points.
Yeah,
I think you bring up good points.
My points are solid. They're rock solid.
I don't think it takes away from the movie, though. In my opinion,
I think it's going to depend on your tolerance for. Like, I don't know. I feel like, and we were talking with mutual friends of ours about what they thought of Gladiator, and both of them were kind of on the same page as I am.
They're not real men.
They're not real men. They're kind of in the same boat as I am, where they're like, I don't really understand it. And just to clarify, I don't think this is a bad movie at all. And
thank you.
I said that just to make you feel better.
Thank you.
I think that I don't know, like it's almost as if it's like a puzzle to me, where I'm like, I just don't. I think about it, and I'm like, what is it that I'm not getting? Like, I feel like because if you love it, and there's a lot of people out there who love it. I have old roommates that touted that movie the same way that you did, where they were like, this movie's fucking amazing. And I watched it and I was like,
that might be part of the reason.
I was like, maybe it was overhyped for me.
Now, you did say that there were stuff that you hadn't seen before that you appreciated.
I think a lot of that had to do with just the appreciating the scale of that production and seeing that, like, okay, there are things in this that that do make me go, oh, this is like this is just it's a very competently made film.
Yeah.
And there's no denying that.
Yeah.
It just ultimately the thing that brings it down for me are just I feel like the characters are just a little too flat. And I you know, I don't know if another rewrite would have been enough for me to go, oh, now I get
a fourth rewrite. Would have brought it home.
Would have brought it home for me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Let me go through my notes real quick and see. There's a couple other lines that I dug, and for better or for worse. My name is Gladiator. Made me laugh.
My name is Gladiator.
Because I was,
name drop.
Yeah, I was thinking about cut to credits.
Yeah.
It vexes me. I'm terribly
dude.
vexed.
Okay, all right.
Line.
I was gonna say that. That's you talk about probably
Banger.
the worst line in a good movie.
Banger
ever.
Line, though. Yeah,
this vexes me. I'm terribly vexed. I'm glad you brought that up because that awful line. Joaquin, God bless him, does as much as you can, but you can't. I mean, how do you say it? How do you say that line? It doesn't sound cheesy. That's funny you brought that up.
Oh yeah. Actually, I think that covers most of my notes.
Really? We went through all that?
Well, I think
wow.
I think maybe that has something to do with just the fact that I kind of was. I felt like at a certain point with this movie, I was just kind of watching it, waiting for it to end.
Wow.
And I don't mean that in like in a mean fashion. I think it. I was kind of checking my watch a little bit. I was like, all right, like
it's a 2.5 hour movie.
It's a long movie. For some reason, I thought it was 3 hours long. But
that's the director's cut.
The director's cut, yeah. Which I didn't go completely in on because I was like, I don't know if it's really going to change my mind.
I've heard the director's cut actually adds some scenes, so maybe
the director's cut. But
there's an extra half hour that maybe you.
I think on my third viewing, I'll go for the director's cut, but not anytime soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I want you to gush about the movie more. Like I feel like I've been kind of doing it a little.
It's funny. It's funny because you think about why things are good and why it touches you. I think, I watched it at a certain age when it was like, you let's say you watch as a kid and you're like, oh my god, it's gladiators, it's tigers, it's oh
dude, he's fucking cut his head off.
So it's got the action and that sucks you.
For a 13-year-old boy, it's like the best thing ever.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then you watch it later, and then you start to see.
The deeper stuff.
The Maximus and all that he cares about
is getting home.
Yeah. And that goes to the end at the end of the movie when he's like, Connie Nielsen is like, go to them. You're free. You can leave.
Yeah.
And that guts me. Also, we should speak about the music. Hans Zimmer.
You know what's funny?
The soundtrack is amazing.
One, I didn't realize Hans Zimmer did the score for this, and two,
oh dear,
I can't remember a single track from the movie.
That's okay. If you go back and watch the ending, I think the music for the ending scene is amazing. It's because he did Prince of Egypt.
Oh, dude,
which has a great soundtrack.
That's a great soundtrack.
And he was actually going to get the singer that did some of the, like, the solo voice.
For the
Prince of Egypt,
the female vocalist,
yeah, and I think she passed away, and so he had to get another one, but that, it works. Whoever did it, you were great, lady, whoever you were.
Hey, you did such a great fucking job.
Great job,
congratulations.
Because I get emotional. I was preparing for this, and I watched that ending scene, the ending clip, and I was like, wow, this still gets me.
Yeah.
Just when he's like walking through the fields and it's the callback to the opening scene.
Actually, you know what? That might be the one shot in the movie that I was like, it like pulled me in a little bit.
Yeah.
Was him having his hand feeling the wheat.
The wheat.
I did like that shot.
Yeah. I think it's beautiful. And it's I don't know what else to say. It's hard to put into words why you like a movie so much, because you bring up good points. I mean, no, all the characters are, and we establish why, because they didn't have a finished script. God knows what they would have done with a finished script.
It is
before, but
in hindsight, it is crazy that a movie like this with an unfinished script did win Best Picture.
Did go that far. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
No, but
as much as I
yeah.
prefer Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon with the winner, but because I haven't seen Aaron Brockovich or Chocolat. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think overall it's a very competent film. It's just a film that I can't see myself watching and being entered. I think a part of it too is there's like, I'm not like entertained by it either.
Can we, okay. So speaking of entertainment, can we talk about Gladiator 2?
Yeah, let's go for it. I mean,
we're not going to go too deep.
Yeah, because I haven't seen the whole thing.
And look, I saw Gladiator 2 in theaters because my friend tricked me. He told me.
Were you excited for Gladiator 2 before it came out?
No, I didn't think it needed a sequel.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't think it needed one.
You know what that means? You know what this means, right?
What?
You're a very reasonable person.
Yes. I mean, like Maximus died. What are you going to make it about? If they had made it a Gladiator movie.
The son.
It's about a son.
Yeah.
If they had made it like just another Gladiator movie and didn't have Gladiator and Ridley Scott attached,
they were like, we have to connect this back to the old one.
I think maybe I would have liked it a little more, but it's just, and it's funny because a lot of people liked it, and I don't know. I don't see it because it's the believability went out the window. First of all, the CGI is terrible. I don't know if you saw, but they like have like a baboon scene in Gladiator 2.
Yeah, I would need that part.
That was rough. And then they have like,
it was interesting.
They have the boats. They have like a ship battle with sharks.
Yeah,
which makes no sense, and
it was very like, I questioned a lot.
I forget this goes to show how much I remembered about the movie. I only saw it the one time, but I don't know who the lead guy. Paul Mescal, that's right. Yeah. I get it mixed up with Pedro Pascal.
Yeah,
Paul Mescal just has no charisma. Like it's a charisma vacuum. It
seemed pretty flat.
There's no like Russell Crowe. You got behind him, and like
Russell Crowe's a presence.
I think Russell Crowe is one of the last.
Yeah, maybe I do like Gladiator.
He's one of the last of the great movie stars because like he has an it factor, and you get behind him, and he doesn't have to say a word like you said, and you can know what he's thinking.
His secret weapon is his comedy too. He's very funny.
He's very funny too.
Have you? Oh, no,
I have.
Yeah. Dude, The Nice Guys. We got to do that movie.
I haven't seen it, but
he's so good in that.
He's Australian. I mean, yeah, they're all funny.
Him and Ryan Gosling are like they're like dynamite together. Yes. It's so fucking good.
That's another episode, folks.
Dude, can't wait.
Yeah, Paul Mescal had none of that. And
Denzel was doing Denzel the whole time.
Oh my God. You talk about this guy.
And I love Denzel.
I love Denzel. Great. You literally, it's a guy, he literally was just a training day. And as a Roman, it made no sense whatsoever. He was like, "What's up, player?"
I love that. Yeah, I love that.
It was like, what is happening?
He was like, "Go out there and do some gladiator stuff."
Yeah, it's like, oh my God. It was,
come on now.
That was rough.
Do some gladiator stuff. Come on.
That was, I didn't enjoy that at all. I didn't enjoy the movie. I think it was probably one of my least favorite theater experiences of past couple of years.
Yeah. Oh man,
it was rough. What they did to, and here, this goes back to what we should have been talking about too, was Derek Jacobi as Gracchus in number one. He is very good. He's great. He's one of the greatest Shakespearean actors of all time.
Yeah. His hair's great.
His hair's great. Amazing hairline for being that old. And he plays Gracchus so well, and you believe him.
Nice toga.
Yes. And then what they did in Gladiator 2, basically a cameo.
He's been dead though, hasn't he?
No, he's alive.
Oh, he's still alive.
He's alive in Gladiator 2, and he's on screen maybe 30 seconds. He's on for like a tiny bit in a meeting.
So they don't make him
They do nothing with him, and I thought that was such a waste.
But he was one of the. He was one of the senators.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
They waste his character. That would be a pretty big fucking deal.
Yes. And what they do with him is god awful at the end. I don't know if you care about spoilers.
I don't care. No.
He dies.
Oh,
he dies in the Coliseum. They the emperor, Denzel lines up all the senators, kills a bunch of them. And Connie Nielsen, bless her heart, she's gotten worse. She was the worst part of acting wise. She was the worst part of that movie.
That's so interesting.
She was not good at all. She got a facelift, and I think that took some of her acting away.
She was a nobody. She's a great nobody.
I'm sure she was good in that, but
I think I'm going to blame the script. I think
do that.
Yeah, I think the script made the actors do poorly.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I'll just stop ranting now. But the Gladiator 2, not for me. Not for
Yeah,
me. If you like it, look. If you like it, great. I mean, it's not. It has some good moments. You know, there's some parts. If it didn't have that Gladiator Ridley Scott thing attached to it, I might have liked it a little better.
I don't care whether or not you like Gladiator 2 if you don't like it.
Yeah.
I think it's a nothing movie and it doesn't deserve to exist. The fact that
that's exactly what
the fact that Ridley Scott even came back to do it is quite shocking. Well, actually, you know what? No, not really.
Not really.
Considering his
it's a cash grab.
Recent track record. Have you seen Alien Covenant?
No,
not good.
Okay,
not good at all. There's parts in it that I dig. I think the Michael Fassbender like saves that movie from being completely unwatchable.
Yeah. All right, we're going on another tangent now.
I mean, might as well. I mean,
might as well.
I feel like we've exhausted all our.
We have. I think
all our thoughts on Gladiator.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Do you have a final thing to say, or I guess you kind of said how you feel, but I enjoy this movie. Well, I recommend it.
We talked about scores. I don't think we're not going to do that. I think what
I know.
I think what we'll do is we'll either go
thumbs up or thumbs down. Siskel and Ebert, baby.
I really enjoyed it. It gets a thumbs up from me. I would say this is I would recommend it. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna just either say if we recommend it or if we don't recommend it.
Okay.
And I would say I do recommend this movie. I think it, as much as I don't necessarily enjoy watching it, especially after Richard Harris dies, I do think it is competent. And you might get some enjoyment out of it if you're into the violence, and if you're made of sterner stuff than I, and then maybe you might like the characters more than I do.
If you're a man,
if you're a man's man, you might enjoy this movie. I like this movie, and trust me, I've seen a lot of movies.
A lot of movies. I would. Can I? Do you mind?
Yes.
I would highly.
I'm sorry. No, I don't mind.
I would highly recommend this movie. I think it stood the test of time. I think it's going to stand the test of time for another 25 years. Another 25 years.
Yeah.
I think they re-released it last year before Gladiator 2, and it's a bummer I wasn't able to see it. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's it from us. I'd like to hear what other people would say about this, about our opinions. And what do we have to think?
What are we? Am I right? Is Jed wrong?
Are both of us right at
the same time?
Probably
I think there's I think there's a bit of truth to both of our opinions.
I think so too.
Yeah.
What time are we at?
53 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Nice little meaty episode.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I feel like that's the perfect length for a movie like this.
Yeah.
Fuck, you know what we forgot to do? We can extend the episode a little bit longer.
Go ahead.
Because we have not picked out our next film.
That's true.
And so the way that this is going to work.
Well, also we could also leave it up to the listener.
I think it should be up to us. We're going to do,
folks, if you have any that you'd like us to see.
What we did is we started a spreadsheet where
we can add it to the spreadsheet.
We added, any recommendations that any of our listeners have.
All three people
would love to hear what kind of recommendations you have for us. But what we're going to do is we're going to use actually might be able to use Siri for this. We have a spreadsheet with a bunch of films that we
our next movie.
I could probably be like, hey, pick a number between one and this.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we have a spreadsheet with a bunch of movies on them, about 142 so far. And we're just going to see.
How many?
142.
Jesus.
And that list will not
keep going, bro.
A lot of sequels on there. That's probably why it's 142. Pick a number between 1 and 142.
It's 14.
14. All right. So number 14 is Sunset Boulevard. Oh, fuck yeah. You know what? That gets me excited. because I loved Sunset Boulevard.
There we go. That's a movie I'm gonna have to. I haven't seen Sunset Boulevard.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, that movie is fucking right. up your alley.
Hold on.
So I can't wait. That's gonna be good. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I know. I'm ready for my close-up mystery.
You're gonna love it.
Love it.
I think you're gonna love it.
Can't wait.
I haven't seen it since college.
There we go.
So I'm excited to get back into that.
I guess we'll see you next week.
Next week, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
It's been Jed Noah. Signing off. Thank you for listening.
Yes. Thank you so much for listening, and we will catch y'all in the next episode.